stupid Christmas tree! You're obsessed!
Well, no, this isn't gonna be totally about the Christmas tree, but, I took a trip over to Family Dollar. Based on what I picked up there, I should have gotten the ornaments from Family Dollar instead of Walmart. The story continues.
The wacky world of MultimediaJay.
So there's a little something when it comes to buying and selling things that I like to call the Walmart effect. Basically, a store gets a reputation for having low prices, and then people start assuming they're always going to be the cheapest, and even when they're not. So they get some leeway with their prices because people assume that the store is always going to have the lowest prices even when they don't. And one of the big upsets for the local Walmart around here is Family Dollar, who right now is trying to free up shelf space, because they have less of it than Walmart does, to try and get some of the holiday stuff that's not moving anymore out of their store. So the ornaments, which were never that expensive to begin with, are actually already 30% off, and we're in the middle of December, so this star right here is a tree topper. It's definitely got some more character to it than that grade school glitter art project thing that I got yesterday. And also, because I haven't gone nuts enough with garland, blue garland, Walmart didn't have that color, they only had red. And also, to change things up a bit, the scented oil warmers are going to have apple cinnamon going for the duration of the holiday season. A bit closer to the pine scent or whatnot. I know I did that thing that one year where I sprayed the Christmas tree with Christmas tree scented air freshener, but I think that's a little bit on the tacky side. Well, then again, a lot of the stuff I'm doing nowadays is on the tacky side, so, I mean, come on, paper clips for ornaments.
There you go again, talking about those freaking paper clips! For Pete's sake, it's Christmas! Stop being such a cheap ass!
Thank you for the compliment. Nah, cheaper isn't always better. There's my Charlie Brown Christmas tree moment.
Epic fail.
Well, goodbye, 70 cents. I think that would probably fit on a bigger tree. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, no. Even the garland's a tad sketchy. Looks like someone's cat took a few swings at it. Okay, maybe there's some merit to buying Walmart stuff after all. And now we're over at the project area with the tree plugged in. By the way, walking the tree all the way over here, not one single ornament fell off. Thanks, paper clips! So we're over here to do that thing, of course, that I'm sure someone would have eventually roasted me for in the comments. Hey, Lazy J! How come you didn't plug the Christmas tree into the kilowatt? It had a plug, didn't it? Yes, it did. And so, plugging right into the kilowatt, this thing isn't even, well, half a watt. So when I said 5 watts last go around, I actually should have said 5 watts max, because that's 1 amp grand total on there. It's a 5 volt 1 amp thing, so Ohm's law would mean it would draw 5 watts at the most. But it looks like it's not going to draw the full 5 if it doesn't need it. So this is a fraction of a watt for a fully lit fiber optic Christmas tree, thanks to the high intensity LEDs down in the base. Maybe I should wrap the extra garland around the base, I don't know. Gold garland around the base? Well, who cares? Alright, let's put the Christmas tree back and get to some of the other goodies. Also worth noting, the USB thing doesn't actually, well, it is a power supply. It doesn't actually draw anything when nothing's plugged in. Good. A power supply that scales up and down depending on the load. Good to know. And speaking of good to know, it's also good to know the phone draws a grand total of 7.5 watts when charging. Good stuff. That also means, of course, that the phone is basically the same watts as the turd Shiba when the turd Shiba's not doing anything. Mobile devices. Okay, after some goofing around with mobile devices, I think it's about time we checked out this speaker. But not before...
Polaroid Blu-ray. Polaroid Blu-ray. What the...
Vintage. Okay, let's check out the speaker here. So as I mentioned earlier, Polaroid is not the Polaroid of years gone by. That now refers to, last I checked, Polaroid products, folks that basically bought the rights to the name and whatnot, and that's why you're seeing Polaroid and all kinds of bizarre things besides cameras. Those of you that know about, Polaroids or taking a Polaroid or something along those lines. So, yeah, it's a different world these days, and, brands are a thing, and sometimes companies buy brands just so they can put the brand on something. Oh, look, Polaroid! A little weird, though, when you see Polaroid on audio equipment. So let's check this out. What exactly makes a $15 Bluetooth speaker so cheap? I got a feeling I'm not going to like the answer. For comparison, we're going to bust out the JBL Flip 2, which was a Boston, the source of all those Boston jokes. Yeah, it's a Boston Celtics speaker. These are some NBA-ish labeled speaker thingies, and I think I saw one earlier for like the New York Knicks or something like that, but either or, yeah. So, right, this is kind of my first experience with Bluetooth speaker technology, and I see why it's so popular with the kids. I mean, these personal area networks, and not having to mess with wires and having everything run off of rechargeable batteries, just pair one of those up with your phone or something and blast music to your heart's content. It's better than what I had when I was a kid, which was horrendously, barely amplified at all Radio Shack speakers that I only got decent sound out of because I shoved them in a bookcase. Okay, let's stop staring at the box and get this thing out of the box. I'm particularly curious about these color pattern things, and whether or not that's supposed to be some kind of diversion from cruddy sound quality. I mean, a $15 Family Dollar special versus something I see for $50 to $100? Let's see what makes this thing so cheap. Polaroid PBT 618 wireless speaker with sound responsive lights. Ooh, dazzling light modes. Rechargeable. The rechargeable battery lasts for hours. Wireless connection with Bluetooth. Charge and connect. The 2-in-1 USB cable charges the speaker and connects for wired use. That must be what this goofball thing is with the mini plug on the micro USB. High quality sound, yeah, we'll see about that. Speaker, 2-in-1 USB charging and aux-in cable, user manual, and 4 different light animations for your Atari game graphics, something or another's, and yeah. Well, let's get it out of the bag. Yeah, the build quality of this thing does kind of remind me of those Radio Shack speakers I used to shove in the bookcase. I don't want to know what the factory charge is on the battery in this thing. Let's use this thing left over from the Christmas tree to give it some power and broadcast something to it from Monolith. Shooby-dooby-dooby-doo-boop-be-dooby-doo. Charging up, it guzzles 3 watts. At least I assume it's charging up. Let's turn this thing on. Does that change when I turn the thing on? Ooh. Ooh. 60 hertz hum, baby! Nice pretty lights, though. How do I get rid of the 60 hertz hum? Why, by not using that stupid proprietary cable, of course. After all, if this is a Bluetooth speaker, I should broadcast to the speaker and not use some goofball analog mini plug. Okay, everything's ready to go. Once we turn one of these things on, it's going to pair up. So we're going to do a 3-way comparison. You won't be able to hear most of it because of the limitations of the camera's microphone. But I'm going to do a comparison between the main sound system, this isn't going to be a fair comparison, the soup can from earlier, and the Polaroid box that's right in front of the mouse, so I was just knuckle blocking it or whatever. Let's use the Silent Partner You're No Help 70s-ish sounding song from the YouTube audio library that's got a mix of all the frequencies. And it does have a bit of a yacht rock type sound to it. I don't know, I just hear this tune and I think 70s. Now let's see if turning on the soup can will change it over automatically when it pairs up. There it goes, and immediately the highs and the lows have gone away. It's got okay mid-range, but you can tell it's a Bluetooth speaker. The Boston speaker, well, JBL, of course. No highs, no lows. Holy crap, it must be Bose. Well, not all the time. Turn it off. Alright, let's turn this piece of junk on with its Atari colors and everything. Doo-doo! Come on, pair up. I'll know it's paired when the highs and lows go away. Okay, I may need to do some extra work to get this paired up.
Epic.
As predicted, I had to work on getting that paired up in order for it to start up. So now we're going through the soup can again. Let's go back to the main system. See, yep, there we go. There's all the highs and lows. Now let's go on down and let's run this through the so-called headphones, because that's what this little Atari-looking speaker is showing up as. It's mid-range. It's got volume. I don't know if you can control the volume with the device. I think you have to control it with whatever's broadcasting to it. Because the minute I started up, when I started this thing up, it was blasting like I couldn't control the volume. Alright, let's see. Where do I hit the thing to change the pattern? Oh yes, on the back, of course. Let's see what we have here. Oh, cool. A little, pretending to be an equalizer thing. Also going sideways. Reminds me of a spastic version of an old Winamp visual. And of course you have this. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Disco in Polaroido. This isn't too bad. Now, let's try it for what I was hoping I could use it for, which is to make Alexa sound better. Well now, looks like I'm a little out of date myself. Of course, I am old and over the hill and all that stuff like that, but used to be Polaroid Products was the parent company that had the Polaroid name and stuff like that. Well, now it's PLRIP Holdings LLC. Keeping up with all this cheap electronic corporate stuff can really give you quite a headache. I also found out how to use this doohickey. The mini plug is actually for using the speaker in wired mode. Apparently that's some kind of audio pass-through with the micro USB. Who cares? I don't care about proprietary stuff. Heck, it's already got the Atari graphic things, for crying out loud. Okay, let's see the difference in the voices. Alexa, tell a joke.
What did the maple tree say when it got tired? I'm all tapped out.
Oh, boo. Alexa, pair up to a speaker.
Searching.
There it goes. Alexa, tell a joke.
Knock knock. Who's there? Farrah. Farrah who? Fair enough. You want a knock knock joke? You got one.
Hey Google, tell a joke.
It doesn't look like you have the book in your Google Play Books library. You may be able to get it from the Google Play Store.
Okay, something's not working there, but sound quality-wise, it looks like goofball light show aside, this little Polaroid speaker actually does what I was hoping it would do in terms of letting the Alexa tell a joke. Oh, it missed me. Catch up to the Google Home Mini in terms of what it sounds like. And it's got a cute light show to boot. I'll probably turn that off and put the speaker behind the television somehow to kind of disguise it in the background and have that as a Bluetooth hookup thingy. So, what's next for the two Bluetooth speakers besides the pretty light shows on the little Polaroid thing? I think I want to put it behind the television and then return the little soup can here to carry away soup can status. So if I'm listening to something on Monolith and I want to walk over to another room, just turn that thing on, it'll pair up, the sound will switch over, and I carry the speaker with me to wherever. And of course I don't have to keep it bolted behind the desk anymore. I think I might want to rearrange some of this in order to get some of this spaghetti under control here and dust a few things off. Winter, dry air, more dust, yippee skippy, dry skin too, hence the lotion. And just like that, we're back to the Christmas tree. Still some electronic stuff to mess around with, but I think I want to call it a night and just goof around on Newegg or something looking at tablets. I'm really in a pickle when it comes to my tablet situation. That 7-inch has no concentrated coolness left. It's just, yeah, I'm just going to factory reset that thing at this point. I don't know what I want to do with it anymore. It's got horrible battery life, so maybe I should, have the phone, and then if I want to draw cartoons or something, get some kind of cheap 10-inch. But at this point, I gotta knock it off with the spending and actually make some money. So, So yeah, let's make the money first, then get the toys. Isn't that the way it usually goes? Till next time, this is MultimediaJay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.